Welcome. It is us. It is us. It is us. It is Build a Sister Up Midnight Edition. Qualita, Carlina, and Amoya for our 10-minute talk. Missed you Thursday for Thanksgiving, but we're back. I hope everybody had a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving with all the dressing, the turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. And I hope it's all gone. I hope people still aren't nibbling on it. But if you are, go ahead and finish it up, finish it up. All right, so we're going to jump into our 10-minute talk. We missed you all, but we're going to jump into our 10-minute talk.
All right, the topic for today is how to protect yourself in a toxic relationship. This one should probably be more than 10 minutes, but I'll make mine brief and I'll go first. How to protect yourself? Do you mean how to protect your feelings, how to protect yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, or all of it?
Everything. You know what? I actually got this topic because I was watching a video, and I guess the guy was referring to, and this will help with the question you asked me. The guy was talking about a girl and a guy. They were getting into a altercation, and he wanted to leave the relationship. So he was giving him pointers on what he should do if you're in a toxic relationship to protect yourself. So I guess the other person won't say, you hurt me and I hurt you and vice versa, and you get in trouble.
Okay. So for me, I would definitely protect my heart. For me, relationships take a lot of patience and understanding. I would first try to get patience. I got to remember who I am. Try to get patience. If it's something physical, then, I have to definitely exit out of that relationship quick. Call the police if I have to, do anything necessary in order to protect myself and not go back to it. Now, if it's something that they're emotionally hurting me, I have to exit out of that too. Anything toxic for me, since life is so short, you just have to make your exit, and there's always room for exit. They show you signs, they show you their true colors. So as soon as that's seen, you just have to make room to exit so that doesn't continue.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. How to protect yourself in a toxic relationship. The best thing would actually be to leave a toxic relationship. But if you feel that you can't do that, make sure if there's physical violence that you are aware of that and you are recognizing what is actually occurring, because physical violence can turn into fatalities, tragedies. So be aware if there's physical violence first. That's first and foremost. And then second, emotional, you have to know how to, I guess, stay away from things that will trigger certain things, because if you're going to stay in a toxic relationship, you have to be aware of the trigger points that bring out certain behaviors in the person that you're dealing with, obviously. Yeah. And sometimes you don't know, sometimes you can do something totally different and stay away from the triggers, and it just happens. But you have to, I guess, protect your own emotional feelings. You have to know whatever they're saying. If you believe it's not what they actually are believing about you in that moment, and you want to accept that there's a better person in there somewhere, don't respond to it, I guess, or respond to it in the way that they will accept, and you know how to calm it down. And this is only if you're going to stay in a toxic relationship, and I'd advise you don't. So mentally, emotionally, I guess that all goes into the same. Verbal abuse and all that goes into the same. Just, I guess, stay away from the trigger points, and when the aggressor is triggered, try to just calm it down if you're going to stay in it. Yeah. But the best thing to do is obviously pray and meditate and seek counsel, because if you're going to stay, once again, in a toxic relationship, get counseling. and we're not licensed counselors. So yes, definitely get counseling. Therapy from a licensed doctor
Yeah,
about what you're going through. Talk it out. Speak to a pastor, speak to God, speak to somebody, you know. So that's the best thing to do if you will stay in a toxic relationship.
right. I agree. And also too, those are really good points. We all have to keep that in mind, because he was also saying that I guess the young man was asking him, you know, if my girlfriend or I were girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, whoever, are getting into an argument and I'm leaving the relationship, what should I do? And he was telling him, take your phone and record what you're saying and also record what the person is saying, because that gives you evidence. You know, if the person says, you know, we got into a fist fight, or, you know, they hurt me. So you want some type of hard evidence to protect yourself, because a lot of times, you know, these toxic relationships, people stay in and they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't mean to do that. And then later in a week or so, you're back in the same situation. So you do want to protect yourself if you're going to stay, but you shouldn't stay. I'm not promoting, we are not promoting that you stay in a toxic relationship. Don't get us wrong. We're not saying that. And once again, we are not licensed counselors, but we're just telling you what we would do and what we would hope you would do, is not stay in a toxic relationship, because people can be toxic verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally. What's the other one? Spiritually. Shoot, it can go on and on and on. So you should protect yourself, your heart, your mind. And we could just go on and on with this. You're right. It's not a 10-minute. This one is like a year-long talk, because people do stay in toxic relationships and sometimes they turn violent, you know. You should watch that. It's really not good.
Yeah, so definitely protect yourself. And some of the measures that we've mentioned here are video recording, and staying away from triggers maybe. And first and foremost, getting counseling to help you through it.
Now, I will say, sometimes you may be the toxic person. So you have to reevaluate yourself and know yourself. Find out your triggers, because sometimes it could be you causing those triggers. And if you continue to go through the same triggers, you may want to take a look at the woman or the man in the mirror, because sometimes you could be toxic to yourself, causing toxicity to others. So you just have to double check and, you know, ask yourself, is it me that's toxic? Is it really me? If the same thing keeps happening, because all men aren't dogs, all women are not dogs or cheaters or whatever, right? So if you have a certain pattern where you classify a group of people, or you classify a job, or you classify a situation that you can continue to go through, you may want to step back and see if you are the person that is causing that toxicity in your life.
Right, exactly. I agree.
And watch what you say too, because some people say smart things.
Watch what you say.
Yeah, because you can say something to someone, you know, to hurt their feelings, and that can cause toxic relationships to grow. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
And you don't want toxic relationships, so we all have to watch what we say. You know, we can say some hurtful things to people sometimes, and you know, people can take those things internally and just they come out a different way. So we have to watch what we say.
Right.
All right. Well, that completes our 10-minute talk. This was a fun topic. As we said, we can go on and on about being toxic in relationships and how to stay away from them. And sometimes, again, you may be that toxic person and have to reevaluate yourself. But as always, if you catch us on a recap and you want to come in and say, oh, I got some comments about this one, go ahead and leave your comment. And we like those. We like to read them. We like to read what you guys are saying. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, for everyone that has tuned in. And just remember to build a sister up. be build better, build bold, build brilliant, build a sister up, build a brother up.
Bye.
Bye.